Yeah, so after having spent 4 years there in Singapore, it's not entirely an alien civilization. There's lots of things which you were not surprised seeing there, things we know and we grew up with.
Yeah.
But having come back, what do you think you can draw from the Singapore experience and recreate it here?
Well, they are very clever about how they make use of their resource.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is very chartered, so they don't have a beach, but they make a man-made beach. On the other hand, we have big, beautiful beaches and we are just wasting them.
Yeah, but there was a lady I was speaking to the other day, and she was saying that the difference between our beaches and their beaches is that we live on our beach.
True.
So it's like people set up houses there.
True.
They use it as a toilet, they use it as a living room, they say that, they throw the junk around the place. So is education, what do you think we're missing?
Yes, definitely. Education.
So what can people like you do? I mean, having gone there, come back, you're good classmates, friends.
Well, I think a big part of the welfare of Singapore and the way it's running is because the people are very loyal towards keeping their country clean and keeping their space clean. I don't know. I mean, I think we can raise a certain awareness. Like when you make say you redesign a certain spot in Madras, you say I'm going to do this. So maybe give out. I don't know whether you can give out pamphlets. Each person must educate the other person.
Like we've got the metro coming up.
Yeah.
And I'm quite sure that when it actually gets commissioned, and then the first of our untrained people step on the escalator, they fall off. Or, I mean, I'm not saying that it can happen to anyone, but shouldn't we be preparing our people? Like, how do you buy an automatic ticket machine? How do you stick your money in there? So, who's going to start all that?
Yeah. I think that's very important. Like maybe a pamphlet or certain ads and
television, public service, broadcasting.
Definitely, I think that will help.
And do you see that we need much more plazas in the city, more central space?
We do, because like of course, like even my aunt was telling me they have in LA, they have these so you sit by the lake and they have, because it's the summer and people are all on the kids are all on holiday.
Not to say it's cold or anything, it's just hot also there.
Yeah, it's hot.
LA,
it's hot. But in the evenings, what they do is they have the screen up, and then there are new artists, like young artists, say they don't have to be big, but the random guys, the ones who are playing
exhibiting
music,
their
exhibiting their
playing
talent.
their songs.
So every weekend you don't have to pay for your ticket because it's a small artist and he wants to of course showcase his talent. So he's sitting on a little lawn.
It's like those guys in the underground sitting there and strumming the guitar, taking some money.
But here they give them a special stage. So say for example in Madras city, if we have a little place where people can sit, relax.
Okay, suggest you're young and you're from here. Tell me a place where it can be done, where we can talk to the government and say, give us that place.
Give us that place.
Tell me where.
Well, I think the beach is one to start with.
Okay.
Because like I was saying, my boss and me were sitting on the Mahabalipuram, that little edge, and we were looking into the beach and we said, my God, this place can be so amazing. Those little rocks and you clean up the entire place and you don't there's this little cafe called Bob Marley. It's very small and it has those 3 Bob Marley colors around. You shouldn't destroy any of that. However, a small, it's not redesigning the entire place. It's just creating a certain awareness.
Tweak a few things
here. And, increase the amount of, the kind of entertainment that goes on the beach coast.
And stick to the chilli bajjis and all that. Don't change all that.
Of course, that is part of our culture. You should never change that. But, maybe have little benches over there. And, I mean, yeah, of course, we could totally educate because there are people, we educate them on how to use that space and how to conserve that space and not, break all the design that we've done down.
I think Singapore actually has quite a long history, a couple of 100 years of British living there.
Yeah.
And so many wars fought in that area. So they've been preserving those little monuments that they have, and they really look after it.
Yeah.
And here we have so many historical things running into hundreds of years, but
people just break it. It's really sad because even in Singapore, almost every second project is a conservation project where they say this is an old building, there is nothing you cannot destroy the building. You work on you redo the building, you make it a heritage spot, do whatever you want, but you can.
Here we were reading about Madurai, they were breaking down some mahal, something, some old palace, so it was used as a government office, and they regularly break it off and put some monstrous new brick.
Yeah, they do that kind of stuff, but I think the charm of the city lies in our old ruins and our old buildings.
Okay, one thing I want to ask you people, since you are into design particularly, what do you think of the design of our public buildings? Are they anything worth looking at? I mean, will you be proud of anything? I think the only one I can think of was the the addition to the central railway station. It's built somewhat on the lines of the original one.
Yeah, that one.
Otherwise, what is there that we have done which is architecturally stunning?
Maybe, I don't know, like the kind of buildings that are coming up here.
All this glass and alumina, are you in favor of that? You're a designer.
No way. I mean, yeah, of course, some of them, it's nice to see those new elements coming in. But the fact that we have so much wealth in our old architecture, breaking those things down is not something I am appreciative of. But of course, like we have the Secretariat, it's a pretty cool building.
Yes, that was an amazing one.
That's
Architecturally, it's still wonderful, no matter what they use it for.
Yeah.
They make it a hospital sometimes something else. That's okay. But at least a stunning bit of
that's definitely
public works.
Definitely.
Like that, you think any new buildings should be brought up, or is it still just look after the old ones and forget about the new ones coming up? Government is building constantly.
I think we build the new ones, but we conserve the ones that are already beautiful and old. We don't break those down.
So even the suburban lines, this railway station, every one of them is so dreary. There's no reason why we can't.
But then you can still get a beauty in the dreariness.
Okay, I take that point. But dreariness, where the steps are all like a slope. Take the first step and you reach the bottom in 1 second.
That should be redone.
So,
but I'm saying just the atmosphere, that Indian railway station, we can totally keep all those things.
Yeah. Of course, I think
the government must start projects like that, where they give the Indian railway station.
So if your architectural firm were to say, we'll take care of something.
Definitely.
Is there any idea that you have?
Yeah, the bus stands in Madras, the railway stations in Madras. You can you can make a common design, but which
still reflects Chennai.
Exactly.
So Anisha, thanks a lot for coming, and we shall take this conversation forward sometime again.